Ronaldinho gave football fans some of the happiest memories of their lives. He made millions smile. He won the World Cup, the Ballon d'Or, and became one of the most loved footballers in history. But while the world was celebrating Ronaldinho, there was one moment in his own life that he would later regret missing forever. The day his son was born. Ronaldinho was one of those rare footballers who seemed to be enjoying life every second he stepped onto the pitch. His smile, his dribbling, his impossible passes and his freedom made him different from almost every other player of his generation. But being one of the biggest footballers in the world came with a price. Behind the trophies, the fame and the millions of screaming fans was a man constantly moving from stadium to stadium, country to country and match to match. And during one of the most important periods of his career, Ronaldinho became a father. His son, João Mendes, was born in 2005. But Ronaldinho was not there to witness the birth of his own son. Years later, Ronaldinho would speak about that moment with regret. For a footballer who had experienced some of the greatest moments imaginable, this was different. He had played in packed stadiums. He had lifted the World Cup. He had won the Ballon d'Or. He had achieved the dream of almost every young footballer on earth. But he had missed something no trophy could ever replace. The birth of his son. João Mendes would grow up with a father the entire world knew. To millions of people, Ronaldinho was a hero, a magician, a football genius. But João's experience of his father was different. As João grew older, Ronaldinho's football career and public life meant they did not always spend as much time together as João would have wanted. And imagine how strange that must have been. Your father is one of the most famous people on the planet. Millions of people feel like they know him. They watch him every week. They wear his shirt. They celebrate his goals. But for you, he is simply your father. And sometimes, the man the whole world gets to see is not always the man you get to spend time with. That is the painful reality hidden behind fame. While Ronaldinho was making memories for the world, some of the most important memories in his own family life were passing by. But the story did not end there. João Mendes grew up and eventually chose the same path as his father. Football. Suddenly, Ronaldinho was no longer just watching from a distance. He became a father watching his own son chase the dream that had once made him a global superstar. And João carried one of the heaviest names imaginable in football. Being Ronaldinho's son meant comparisons were inevitable. People did not just want João to become a professional footballer. They wanted to know whether he could become another Ronaldinho. But João made it clear that he wanted to build his own identity. He wanted to be João Mendes. Not a copy. Not a replacement. Not simply Ronaldinho's son. And perhaps, in watching his son grow into his own person, Ronaldinho was given something football could never give him. Another chance to be present. Another chance to watch. Another chance to support. Another chance to make memories. Because Ronaldinho had learned something that many successful people learn too late. Success can give you almost anything. Money, fame, respect, trophies, applause. But it cannot take you back to a moment you missed. You can win another match. You can win another trophy. You can score another goal. But you cannot replay the day your child was born. That moment is gone forever. And for Ronaldinho, a man whose career gave him almost every dream imaginable, that may be one of the most human and emotional regrets of all. Because in the end, football will remember Ronaldinho for his magic. The goals, the smile, the World Cup, the Ballon d'Or. But behind the legend, was also a father who learned that some moments are bigger than football. And sometimes, the greatest regret is not losing a game. It is missing a moment you can never get.